Dear First Prep, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's Mr. Ahmed Mahmoud with you today to introduce a new mathematics lesson. Today, inshallah, we have Geometry Unit 3, Lesson 10. The lesson is called Rotation. Inshallah, this lesson will be the last lesson in this term in the geometry. The rotation means turn around a given point, and the turn may be in the left direction, which called anti-clockwise, or in the right direction, which called clockwise. Let's explain the lesson. First, we need to study the direction of the rotation. Okay, we have two directions to the rotation. We have the rotation in the left direction and the rotation in the right direction. And we make an example for the clock. Okay, if the direction into the right direction, so it is called clockwise, looks like the arms of the clock. Okay, and if the direction of the rotation to the left direction, which opposite to the clock, called anti-clockwise. Okay, the clockwise is the negative direction and the anti-clockwise is the positive direction. Okay, why the anti-clockwise is the positive direction? Because this is the main direction. By looking to the earth, the rotation of the earth around the sun is anti-clockwise. Also, if you are going to run around a track, so you are going to run anti-clockwise. So the anti-clockwise is the positive direction or the main direction of the rotation. Okay, in the graph, if we have a triangle like this and I need to rotate this triangle with 90 degrees, okay, the triangle or the rotation will be like this. This rotation from here to here is 90 degrees. How come, Mr. Ahmed? By looking to this side and this side. This side turn, okay, and the direction here is anti-clockwise, so it is a positive direction. Also, if we have another triangle like this and I need to turn this triangle here, this angle is 180 degrees, so the rotation will be like this, and it's also positive because this is anti-clockwise. Also, if we have a triangle like this and I need to turn this triangle by this angle equal to 170 degrees, so the rotation will be like this. As you see, this rotation is called 270 degrees, and also it is positive because it is anti-clockwise. Finally, what will happen if I rotate a whole turn like this? So the triangle will go back to its original position, as we see, and it is positive 360 degrees. What will happen if the triangle moved in the other direction? It will be move like this. As you see, this is negative 90 degrees because it is in the negative direction or clockwise. Now, this just an introduction for the rotation. Let's study the rules of the rotation, which we already the very important part in this lesson. Okay, if we have also another triangle like this and we have a point here, this point called A. A equal 6 and 3. 6 and 3. Okay, A formed from two numbers. The first number is X, the second number is Y. If I rotate the triangle 90 degrees, it go to this position. As you see, A appears in this position. Okay, here negative 3 and 6. Okay, by looking carefully to 6 and 3, change it to be negative 3 and 6. Okay, here negative 3 was y coordinate. Okay, and it changed from 3 to negative 3. So here this is negative y. And 6 was x coordinate. So this is x. Finally, this is the rule of the rotation 90 degrees. If I have a, x and y, by rotate this point, okay, around O is the origin, with 90 degrees, it will be negative y and x. Okay, the first rule with us, x and y rotate 90 degrees, it will be negative y and x. Also another example, back to this triangle. If I rotate this triangle 180 degrees like this, and the point B, the point A appears in this position, A here equal negative 6 and negative 3. By compare this point, negative 6 and 3 and 6 and 3. We have here 6 and here we have negative 6. So this is negative x. And we have here 3 and this is negative 3. So this is negative y. Finally, the rotation 180 degrees comes from xy to negative x and negative y. So this is the second rule, x and y with 180 degrees around O with origin, which is the origin, it will be negative x and negative y. Okay, now what if I rotate this triangle, okay, in this direction or clockwise? So it will be like this, as we see. Okay, the point A appears in this position, as we see. It is 3 and negative 6. By compared by this numbers and this numbers, the x equals 6. So this is negative x. And y equals 3. So this is y. So x and y change to be y and negative x. So the rotation negative 90 change x and y to be y and negative x. Finally, if we have a triangle like this and I rotate this triangle 360 degrees, it go back, okay, this is 270. 270 equal negative 90. So the rotation negative 90 and 270 equal positive 270 degrees. Negative 90 equal positive 270 degrees. Okay, and if I rotate the point 360, it go back to its original position. So the point A, x and y, its rotation 360 degrees also equal x and y, and this is called identity rotation. 360 called identity rotation. Okay, by the way, 180 equal negative 180, because if I turn negative 180, I will go back to this position. Briefly, I have 4 rules. I have 90 rotation, 180 rotation, negative 90 rotation, 360 rotation. Okay, 90, okay, x and y becomes negative y and x. You do what? You will switch the position x and y and change the sign of y. 180, you will change the sign only without switch the numbers. Negative 90 becomes y and the negative x, so you will switch the position and change the sign of x. Finally, 360, you will write the coordinate without change. Okay, let's solve the first example with us. Here in this example, we have this table as we see. Okay, I have some points here, 2 and 3, negative 2 and negative 5 and so on. And first I need to rotate them 90 degrees, negative 90, 180, negative or positive 360. Okay, now remember with me, the original point called x and y. rotation 90 equal negative yx. Remember with me the rule. This is the rule of the rotation. So here this is x and this is y. Okay, I'm going to change them like this. I'm going to switch the numbers and change the sign of y. So it will be negative 3 and 2. And here I'm going to switch and change the sign of y. So it will be positive 5 and negative 2. And this point I'm going to switch them and change the sign of y. So it will be 0 and negative 3. This is 0 because 0 has no sign, positive or negative. So if we change the 0, it will be also 0 without change. Okay, here 0 and 4 change to be negative 4 and 0. 3 and negative 6, switch and change the sign of y. So it will be positive 6 and 3. Okay, here this point, okay, this is negative y and this is x. If I need to go this point or bring this point to its original form, so I will start with 2 without change here, and 1 will be negative 1. So the original point is 2. Also here negative 2 and x and 8. This is y and this is negative x. I need to change y and the negative x into x and y. So it will be negative x equal 8. So here negative 8. Y equal negative 2. So here negative 2. Okay. So 8 and the negative 2. I'm going to change, rotate with 90. I'm going to change sign of negative 2, positive 2, and negative 8. Okay, here this is x and this is y. I'm going to change x and y into y and the negative x. So it will be 3 and change sign of 2 to be negative 2. Okay, here start negative 5 and change 2 to be positive 2. Here negative 3 and 0. I'm going to start with 0 and change the sign of negative 3 to be 3. Here I'm going to start with 4 and change the sign of 0, which is not change. So it will be 0 without change. 3 and the negative 6, start with negative 6 and change the sign of 3 to be negative 3. With negative 1 and change the sign of 2, negative 2. 180, x and y becomes negative x, negative y as we see. So I just change the sign without switch the numbers. So it will be negative 2, negative 3, positive 2, positive 5, positive 3, 0, 0, negative 4, negative 3, positive 6, negative 2, positive 1, positive 8, positive 2. Okay, now here x and y in 360 also will be x and y without change. Okay, here 2 and 3 becomes 2 and 3 without change. Negative 2, negative 5 it will be negative 2, negative 5 without change. Negative 3, 0, 0, 4, 3, negative 6, 2, negative 1, 8, and 2 and negative 8 and negative 2. Now let's solve another example. Okay, on the square draw triangle ABC where A equal 1 and 1, B equal 2 and 5, C equal 4 and 3. A is here 1 and 1, B 2 and 5, C 4 and 3. And now I'm going to join the triangle points. Okay, here A, B, C. Okay, I'm going to rotate the triangle 90 degrees. So A dash equal, this is XY, so it will be negative 1, 1. B dash equal negative 5, 2. C dash equal negative 3, 4. Then I'm going to connect the points here, negative 1, 1, negative 5, 2, negative 3, 4. This is A dash, this is C dash, this is B dash. Now I'm going to connect the points like this. Okay, 180. I'm going to change the sign only. A dash equal, or I may call A double dash equal negative 1, negative 1. B dash equal negative 2, negative 5. B double dash. C double dash equals negative 4, negative 3. Okay, negative 1 here, negative 2, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3. Then I'm going to connect the triangle like this. Okay, now I'm going to draw the rotation of the same triangle by negative 90. Negative 90, which y negative x. So I'm going to A triple dash equal here 1 and negative 1. B triple dash equal 5, negative 2. C triple dash equals 3 and negative 4. And then I'm going to connect the line, the points. 1, negative 1 here. 5, negative 2, 3, negative 4, and then I'm going to connect the triangle like this. Let's solve another example. Okay, copy the figure on the graph paper, then draw their image under transformation indicated. Give the coordinate of the images vertices in each case. Okay, first I'm going to call the points A, B and C. Okay, this is A for example, B, and this is C. Okay, A equal what? A equal negative 6, 2. B equal what? B equal negative 2, 4. C equal what? C equal negative 4, 6. Okay, now I'm going to rotate the 3 points 90 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to change them from XY to negative yx. Okay, so A dash will be negative 2, negative 6. B dash will be negative 4, negative 2. C dash will be negative 6, negative 4. So I'm going to connect the points. Negative 2, negative 6 here. This is A dash. Negative 4, negative 2 here. This is B dash. And negative 6, negative 4 here. This is C dash. Then I'm going to connect the points like this. It gives me the image of triangle ABC by rotation 90 degrees. Another example. Here we have ABCDE is a regular hexagon. Okay. Okay. Number 1, the image of the point E by rotation about M with 120 degrees. We know that the angles, all the angles around M are equal because this is a regular hexagon. So I'm going to divide 360 divided by 6. So every angle here equal 60 degrees. As we see, every angle here equals 60 degrees. Okay. Now the point E, if I need to rotate E was with 120 degrees, 120 comes in this direction, which is called anti-clockwise. So it comes from M here, from here to go 180 to be at the point C. Okay, another one. Here AF around M with 100 with angle 180 degrees. AF here, I'm going to rotate A 180 degrees to come at D, and F 180 to come at C. So the image of AF is DC. Finally, another example, DE with rotation negative 60. Okay, here okay, DE, this is DE. By rotate negative 60, so it is in this direction. E, first D, okay, rotate 60 comes at E, and E comes at F. So it is EF. Finally, triangle MCD, this triangle, as you see, by rotation about M with angle 300 degrees. Okay, 300 degrees, okay, 300 degrees minus 360 equal negative 60 degrees. Why I did this rotation, this operation? Because it's easier to rotate negative 60 than 300 degrees. So 300 equal negative 60. Okay, so if I need to rotate MCD negative 60, D comes M is itself, and D rotated negative 60 to be at E. C comes negative 60 to be at D. Okay, so D go to E, and C go to D, and M itself. So the triangle is MDE. Okay, another example. Complete the following. Number 1, the image of the point 2, negative 3, which is X and Y, by rotation 90 degrees, negative Y and X. So it is positive 3 and 2, and with 180 will be negative x, negative y, so it will be positive 2, negative 2, positive 3. Another example, the point negative 1 and 0 by rotation about the origin with an angle 90 degrees. This is x and this is y. 90 degrees becomes y negative x, so it is 0 and positive 1. Negative 1 and 0, x and y, by 90 degrees it will be negative y and x, so it will be 0 because there isn't negative 0 and negative 1. And if I need to make a rotation 360, it will be without change negative 1 and 0. Now number 3, the image of the point what by rotation about the origin with an angle negative 1 and 4 by 90 degrees. Okay, here this is 90 degrees means that this is negative y and this is x. Okay, if I need to make it x and y, so x here is 4 and y is negative y equal negative 1, so y equal 1, so it is 4 and 1. Here the point what by the rotation about the origin negative 180, negative 180 makes the point negative x, negative y, and I need to make it x and y, so it will be negative 5 and positive 2. And this is the end of the lesson. I hope it was helpful for you. See you inshallah in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mr. Ahmed Mahmoud was with you.